and welcome to Lauren's Travels. It is my absolute pleasure to bring you into Universal's Epic Universe today, and let's see what all we can experience. I'm going to take you through each land, show you some merchandise, some food. It's going to be a fun time, and the park is open till 9 p.m. tonight, so for the first time, I will get to see it when the sun goes down. So buckle up and let's get into Epic. This park has been a long time in the making, so I'm so excited that I can bring you with a camera this time. I have been able to come into the park a couple of times before this visit, so I already kind of have an idea of all the things I want to show you today. When you first walk through Epic Universe, you're going to have this main gift shop here on the left, and going down this way will take you to the Atlantic Restaurant, Super Nintendo World, and Dark Universe. Now, if you're coming into the park and want to head off to the right-hand side, that will bring you close to How to Train Your Dragon, Isle of Berk, and the Wizarding World of Harry Potter, the Ministry of Magic. So depending on which ride you want to hit first when you come in, that's which direction you'll want to take. Something I don't see a lot of people talking about because it's, you know, on the lower end of things compared to the excitement of everything else, but the flowers in this park are absolutely stunning, especially here in the Celestial Park area. There are two sit-down restaurants inside of Epic, and the first one here is the Atlantic. I did get to dine here, and it's mostly a seafood menu. And the other restaurant is kind of towards the back of the park next to Helios Grand Hotel, and that is the Blue Dragon Pan-Asian restaurant, which is not open at this time. It's around 4 o'clock and the park closes at 9, so I'm gonna try to dedicate about an hour to each land. So the first spot that I wanna take you to is How to Train Your Dragon, Isle of Berk. I'm gonna show you some of the merchandise here and kind of go over what you can expect to see and do in this land. I know. Huge fan of this franchise, but I can admit that this is one of the lands that is the most detailed, the most colorful, and I feel like it's the most fleshed out. Some of the other lands I feel like they could add more rides and experiences, but this one feels like it's got everything. Spitfire Grill is one of the quick service locations that you can find here in Isle of Berk, and this is one of my favorite options because they have bowls that you can get. For example, there is a steak bowl, salmon bowl, chicken bowl, shrimp bowl, and vegan bowl. So it kind of makes for a nice healthy option if you're looking for an easy light lunch. And the prices aren't too bad, around $20, and you get a lot of food for it. So recently I put up a video showing some of the merchandise that I was able to get from Epic Universe. I did not get much from How to Train Your Dragon, so today I'm going to be showing you a lot of the merchandise that you can get here in this land. They have this backpack here that almost looks like a shield. And lots of Toothless everywhere. This cup is pretty fun. It has like dragon wings. More Toothless bags. Some fun shorts. They've got a lot of these mini coin purse things, but I feel like you could put a few other small things into it. One of the coolest merchandise things I've seen for this area are these dragons, and of course you do not know which one you're gonna get. It's kind of like a mystery unboxing, but here's a look at them. These onesie pajamas are pretty cute too. The show in this land is called The Untrainable Dragon, and I have not seen it yet. Looks like the next show is at 5:30. They have a 6:30 and 7:30, so I just missed the 3:30. I'm not sure if I'll be able to see the show, honestly. There's so much to cover today, but this is a really fun show. I know that the dragons can fly over the crowd. This is something that they actually have already open in Universal Beijing, and I do know that there's videos on YouTube for that if you want to search and see what it's like. One of the rides here is Fire Drill, and this, despite the name, is actually water-based. With this ride, you are going on a dragon-shaped boat and shooting at different targets throughout the ride experience. This is the Mead Hall, which is the sit-down dining option here in How to Train Your Dragon. Something I love about this restaurant, besides the indoor and AC, are that they have these gorgeous tapestries all around the restaurant. So I'm gonna kind of just take you through and show you what they look like. And you can let me know if you know who these characters are, because I really only know Hiccup, Astrid, and Toothless. There are so many dragons hidden throughout this land. I wonder how many there are total.
Oh, is everybody enjoying their time in Berk?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. You're a big fan of Toothless, huh?
I love Toothless.
Yeah? Toothless is alright. It's nothing like Grump here, right?
Yeah, I'll be grumpy.
That's my... I'll leave Jeremy out this, we don't talk about Jeremy.
Oh, sorry.
Everyone, that's Jeremy, he's our hobgoblin.
Jeremy?
Now, the thing about hobgoblins is they are cursed creatures, but we are, as long as it's not more than two, we're fine. Why do you wake up?
There are some home items like these coasters and a pillow. There are also mystery pin boxes here, so this is kind of a selection of the ones you can get. This boat, dragon boat purse is cool. There's another lounge fly. This one's kind of like a lenticular one. They move. This Viking hat with the braids is probably one of my favorite things merchandise-wise here in this land. They also have the option for a mystery candy box with training card. That's cool. Almost similar to like the Harry Potter chocolate frogs. If you're into dressing up, you can also get some light up wings. That's pretty cool. Kind of brings like a cosplay experience to your visit. They also have these dragon feet slippers here, which are kind of funny with the little toenails. Another mystery pin box option. Hiccup's Wing Gliders is my favorite attraction in this land. It is a fun family coaster, but it does actually go a little fast. I would say it is a little bit faster than the Flight of the Hippogriff attraction over at Islands of Adventure. And this ride you see spinning through the air is Dragon Racers Rally, a ride you will never catch me on. It just looks like it would make me sick, but I think you do have the option to control how much you actually move around with those wings right there on the side of you. Now, for good reason, the restaurant behind me, the Grog and Gruel, is very busy, and that's because you can get, it's basically like a garlic bread that is hollowed out and filled with mac and cheese. There are 3 different options. The one that I got had goldfish sprinkled on top, but there's also a peanut butter and jelly option and then a hot honey chicken option. This is definitely the snack to get here in Isle of Berk. If you have little ones, there's also a playground area to get some energy out, but I don't know if that is something you want to do if the lines are really long and just need a little break. This is an option for you, but with how hot it's going to be, I really wouldn't waste too much energy or time here. Instead, try to get into the lines for the attractions. We have had our full tour around How to Train Your Dragon, and now we're off to the Wizarding World of Harry Potter. Of course, we are walking through Celestial Park, so I am going to try to snag some videos while I'm going through this main area of Epic. But this is Stardust Racers, which is the high-speed coaster here at Epic. It does go a little bit slower than Velocicoaster, but you can still get some pretty good airtime on this ride. To the left of the Wizarding World is the First Aid and Family Care Center. Hopefully you don't need any first aid, but if you have little ones or need to take a break, or if you do end up needing first aid, it's all right here. So before we head into the Wizarding World of Harry Potter, I just want to let you know, for anyone new that is watching here on my channel, I do not agree with any of KJ Bowling's statements. I do love Harry Potter. I grew up with Harry Potter, and I have felt myself growing a little distant from the fandom because of her words and things, but I can still appreciate how detailed and beautiful this area is of the park and how tasty the food is here. So let's kind of show you a little walk around of the Wizarding World of Harry Potter. The setting is 1920s Paris, and we can even see here a little map of all of the streets and how to get around. Absolutely stunning. Now walking into this area, you're really hit with the grand scale of how big and massive everything is here, including these art murals on the walls. And whoever did the graphic design for this area is amazing, because I am just living for all of these posters and whatnot that are plastered on the walls in the Wizarding World. Café Lauer de la Sirène is the main restaurant here. There is another one I'll get to in a second, but it is absolutely stunning inside. I think this is my favorite restaurant in the Wizarding World, and in general in Epic, because it's just so stunning. They are hand-laid tiles, tons of mosaics inside of the restaurant. So the architecture and everything just screams beauty. I love it here. Les Cirques Arcanus is the show here at the Wizarding World. I have not been able to see this show yet either. I'm hoping that they do some kind of virtual queue setup, because if not, you're just standing around until the show opens. And lately, that could be a yes on the show or no on the show, so because it's still in technical rehearsal at the time of filming this.
And exhale. And whenever you are ready, say Tarantalegra.
Stop it this instant! I command you!
So that portrait back there behind me is actually an interactive one. Magic is making them talk to you and interact, so that's the first time I'm seeing anything like that in any of the Wizarding Worlds. We do have a little dark corridor here right next to Nicholas Flamel's house. So I'm going to show you a little spell at his house that I learned from Jackie over at Super Enthused. But beforehand, just wanted to show you this little creepy corner. You really have to take your time looking around the Wizarding World Ministry of Magic, because there are so many fantastic beasts to find. Here's some more awesome signs. I love this one that's in the shape of a witch hat. And this is from my mom. I'm wearing the bracelet you gave me to bring a little Paris to my wrist as well. In this back corner by that green door is Bar Moonshine, so you can get some very strong alcoholic beverages there. And there are tons of windows all in this area where you can do magic spells. I've been able to do a few, but I'm going to show you one of my favorite windows. It's actually towards the front of the park near Café Lauer de la Sirène. But this is special. We have Cosme Acajor here. She is the wand shop owner, and she looks so stylish.
Have a beautiful day. Enjoy Paris, my love. Au revoir, Montrezo.
Bonjour.
Je suis Cosme Acajor.
Hello, nice to meet you.
Pleasure to meet you as well. I see you have a very elegant wand.
I did. What can you tell me about this
Well,
wand?
this one, the iridescence, the color comes from the wings of the billywig. It
Oh.
is a magical insect, and its sting causes levitation.
Ah.
So you will feel so confident wielding this wand. It is as if you levitate above all difficulty.
Oh, I love to levitate. That's awesome.
Yes. This is a confident one for a confident and beautiful win.
Thank you so much.
My pleasure.
Nice to meet you.
Au revoir.
Au revoir. next to Cosme Acajur is this beautiful area here. I do not think you can do anything past that gate, but I'm just in love with this statue up here. She is so gorgeous. And as I said earlier, you have to look everywhere for these beasts. There is a dragon up there on the sign. And then we've got some owls here on the building for Cosme Acajur. So really these animals and beasts are everywhere to be found. You may recognize some of these creatures from the Fantastic Beasts series. And you cannot eat these, but maybe in the future we can. Some of my favorite little creatures are up there. I don't know if you can see them, but they're little snails. This beautiful pink building is the sweet shop here in the Wizarding World. And they have some of the prettiest windows I have to show you. It is almost about 5:30 and the next showing is 6 p.m. I'm gonna kind of hang around here and see if I'm lucky enough to see this show today. While we're waiting to see if the show will open up today, I'm gonna take you through the back area here, which is where you can find the main attraction, which is Harry Potter and the Battle at the Ministry. This ride, I have not been on yet either. I haven't done anything in the Wizarding World besides eat all the food and try some spells, but I know that we are able to walk through the queue, and so I will also be showing you that because it's hard to tell on video, but the grand scale of everything inside of there also feels massive and it just feels out of this world. But look how gorgeous the building is. And we do have a Beauxbaton here because we are in France, and that is the Wizarding School in Paris. Oh, we have a Hogwarts student also helping out here. Let's see if she can help him get the spell. Oh, yes, some spitting, and there's a fantastic beast right there. I don't know which one that's called, but feel free to let me know in the comments.
Oh my goodness! It's a boat truckle! Oh, they're excellent for picking locks. They usually live in trees, specifically trees that have good wand making.
And they could probably help out a Slytherin that's trying to steal some treasure somewhere. Yes.
Yes, I like them because they can get into trouble like
That's
that.
right.
Could you imagine a boat truckle and a niffler together? Oh my gosh! Wait, I love that. Yes? Really, I think I am the niffler and you're the boat truckle. Decepticons commander, some would say. I'm honored. Yes. Lily is our troublemaker.
Oh.
And I do like shiny things. You do?
Yes, like a niffler.
Exactly, that's right. There you go, there you go. Oh, you really use the cranium on that. Thank you, I do. Anything that helps them learn more about magical creatures.
Of course.
Well, actually, there is a textbook that we've been using that Septima brought from her school.
Oh, Fantastic Beasts, yes.
Fantastic Beasts, you might find them. Have you read it?
I have not read it.
It's really amazing. It's by Newton Artemis Fido Scamander. He's
Yes.
a well-renowned magizoologist. I've read.
So you know which beast is inside that fountain?
Yes, a Grindylow.
Grindylow. Okay, that's what it's called.
The water demon.
Yes, the demon that wanted to ruin my outfit. Listen.
They usually live in lakes, but sometimes they can pop up in these urban environments. But don't get too close because they've got sharp teeth.
They look a little slimy too.
Yes.
Yeah. I will avoid them.
Yes, I would. Yes.
Thank you for the tip.
Yes, thank you for showing us the boat truck.
Of course, it's so cute.
Oh, what was your name? So
My name's Lauren.
Perfect.
Yes.
We'll give you credit for showing us the boat truck for our classes. Okay?
Awesome, thank you. And I'm in Slytherin if I get any points for that.
Oh, okay. Perhaps when I get back to Hogwarts.
Okay, maybe the Hufflepuff will share. Bye. I am getting amazing character interactions today. I really did not expect that. That's another thing I love about the Wizarding World and also Dark Universe. There's a lot of roaming characters, so you can have some one-off unique experiences. Okay, remember when I said I had a favorite window? It's this one, because of the cute little niffler. The spell is right here on the floor, just like in the current Wizarding World, so we're gonna give it a go here. He is so cute! And of course the Nifflers like shiny things, so of course he would be in this jewelry shop. Even the exit to the Wizarding World is grand and stunning. Just so nice. We are gonna come back to the Wizarding World and have dinner, but I think it's time for some Super Nintendo action. Now before we go into Super Nintendo World, I do want to talk to you a little bit about these power-up bands. I went with Donkey Kong for mine. When you get your power-up band, it does come with this little map, so you can see all the locations of where everything is. And the only way to get to the area that you need to be on the app for the power-up band and view your stats is with this QR code. I'm going to show it here. You have to scan this QR code in order to set up your profile and also view how many coins you've earned, see the stamps, which are, they look like stickers that you've unlocked, and I think you also have the ability to add friends. So if that's the case, I will put my name, of course it's Lawrence Travels, but I'll put that in the description box if you want to add me as a friend. Nintendo was actually the first area of Epic that I got to explore on my first visit. And my first ride of Epic was Yoshi's Adventure, but even though it's a silly, fun little kids ride and it's very short, you get amazing views up there of Nintendo World, so let's go check it out. I think the Nintendo merchandise, besides Dark Universe, is the best. There's just so much fun, so many fun options here for all the different characters. I'm gonna take you back to my favorite character, which is Donkey Kong. Oh, look at this floor here. This is cool. Haven't even noticed this before. Here is my boy Donkey Kong. We have a whole section here for him. Love it. Don't necessarily love these yellow shirts because they're a little bit see-through. If you watched my Universal Stella Nova vlog that I put up recently, you will see they have all of those inside of the hotels too. This collection here is a pretty fun one too. It's kind of like all of the baddies, and it's like a neon aesthetic. I don't know, I got the fanny pack from this collection, but I love it. It's really fun. Donkey Kong Country is my favorite area. So that's where we're gonna head first because I think the Bubbling Barrel, which is the food spot in here, is open today. Using the power-up band. Cool. The amazing music from Donkey Kong is just blaring when you walk in. And Funky's Flying By is the merchandise stand here. Hello. I have not seen him in the flesh yet, but this is where Donkey Kong will be doing his meet and greets in front of all of these bananas. The Bubbly Barrel is open. I cannot wait. Let's get a sweet treat before our dinner because that's what adults can do. A lot's going on here, but there are some little caramel popcorn bits. This Donkey Kong thing right here is actually the spoon. There is some pineapple Fanta, I'm guessing, underneath. Fanta, whatever. Look at that cute little gold star confetti on there. And I believe it's, of course, like a pineapple type of ice cream. Or maybe banana. Let's try it. Of course, I got the souvenir cup because I am a fiend for all this merchandise. No, it is banana. It makes sense it would be banana. And it's almost like a swirl. Like there's a light white color and then a dark yellow color. I'm the worst at describing food, but just know this is good. Here is some of the merchandise that you can find at Funky's Fly and Buy. This shirt is super soft, and I really like this jacket here. It's got Donkey Kong and Diddy Kong on the mine cart. It's a little pricey though. It's about like $75. Look at the size of this coffee mug. It is huge. Like this is my drink compared to the size of the mug. It's absolutely massive. Lots of plushies in here. You've got a lot of those character keychains, some headbands, and of course a lot of these lanyard holders for your ID or your tickets, and even a little Donkey Kong decal set. Minecart Madness is the attraction in Donkey Kong Country. It is a roller coaster that makes it feel like you're jumping the track just like you do in the game. And this is probably going to be one of the more popular areas and rides for Epic. Gonna try out Single Rider's Line and see how long we wait. You will see Cranky Kong and Squawks while you're going through this attraction. And look at the cute fountains. The line for Single Riders is too long, but I'm glad I got to show you Cranky Kong and Squawks at least. Let's go see what else there's to see here in Super Nintendo World and meet up with some friends for dinner. Everything is just so colorful and pretty in this land. You have to really look up and look at all the details. There's something moving and shaking everywhere. Yoshi's Adventure is only 15 minutes, and I do get the best views, in my opinion, from there. So let's go. This will be the only ride that you'll catch me filming on because I can kind of get away with it on this one, but you're not really supposed to film on any of the attractions, so just keep that in mind. Oh, here is Toadette. And this line kind of reminds me of the Dr. Seuss attraction because it's so bright and colorful. But I think there's an area here where I can get some power-up band action. Ah, yes, it's coming up. Had to go under some ropes, but... very fun. We'll see what that unlocks later. Ah, cool, it lights up on the wall. So fun. And I know that there's one in Donkey Kong that also lights up like a banana. So the objective of this ride is to find the different colored eggs throughout the attraction. You have these buttons here and you just press them whenever you see the egg. But this is my favorite part about this ride. Look at these views. Stunning. Like, how cool. Ah, don't eat me, please. Oh, this is just so stunning. Do the 0.5 so you really get the full effect here. No. Don't hit me. Ah! Oh, there's the green one. He has the blue egg up there. right, we have just the red one left, and thankfully it is right here. We found all the eggs. Yay!
Thanks to you, we found the golden egg.
It's time to check out some of the merchandise here at the 1-Up factory. These are some of the cool popcorn buckets. I know they also have one for Mario Kart, and lots of plushies. Oh, here is the mushroom sipper. This is fun. Got little things here too. Here are some more cuties. I wish they had more merchandise for the girlies. Princess Peach is really just holding it down. There's also merchandise for Toadstool Cafe, which is the restaurant here in Super Nintendo World. I'm gonna see if I can kind of walk you through there because it's super cute in there too. If you've been to the location in Universal Hollywood, it's pretty similar. We just have Donkey Kong, so we have the bigger area. I know Universal Japan also has Donkey Kong that they just opened up not too long ago. Toad is out and he's meeting people. He's so short. What a cutie. All right, Toadstool Cafe, let's check it out. This was the first restaurant that I came to. Like, how cute. So many classic characters here. So just to kind of give you an overview here, oh, it looks like the spooky part is about to happen. They've got some thunder and lightning, and I know at a certain point, that bullet guy comes around. So not only do you see the spooky stuff happening outside, but you can also see them working in the kitchens here, making all the food for everyone. It's just so cute. This is a super fun and interactive restaurant here in Nintendo. And look at the ceiling. Never really looked at that before. It's so impressive. Another attraction here that you can go on is Mario Kart Bowser's Challenge. It's fun. It's just so much and it's kind of overwhelming when you're on it because you're trying to do the AR thing but also look at all the stuff on the ride around you. I will say though that my #1 pet peeve with Super Nintendo World is all of the stairs. There are stairs everywhere, so just make sure you got your comfortable walking shoes on. I got some friends to meet up with and we're gonna go have dinner over in the Wizarding World of Harry Potter in Café La Aire de la Sirène. I'm gonna show you how pretty that is, so let's go. So this is the first entryway when you walk in. You see those beautiful pastries there on the wall. And then look at this ceiling. Those are hand-laid, piece-by-piece mosaic tiles. And then you've got these beautiful characters with some fantastic beasts sprinkled throughout. This is the lavender lemonade, so if you're looking for a non-alcoholic option, this one is really tasty. And for dinner, I have had this before, but I'm getting it again because it's so good. It's the beef bourguignon. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. If you're French, don't come for me. But this is a really good option. It is a little heavier, so I think it's a good dinner option. Might not want to get it for lunch just because it's so hot outside. I'm here with my friends Melissa and Cyril. What did you guys get to drink?
We got the mint, it's like a strawberry mint tea.
Strawberry mint tea. And then for food, Melissa got the quiche. Comes with a little side salad. And this is the beautiful butterbeer crepe. So delicious. Lots of butterscotch flavor. You also have the option, if they seat you here, to dine outdoors. Al fresco. And there is the Battle of the Ministry. Let's walk through it. So we are going through the Metro Flu transportation, which if you remember is how they travel from place to place, besides a port key. And this is where the magic can happen. Thank you. Here we go. Oh! Little smoky entrance there. Oh, love it. And look at this, guys. Absolutely stunning. They really know how to make that forced perspective happen. And I have not been able to get onto this attraction at this time because it keeps closing or being delayed. I have a feeling this is a very technical type of attraction, but we can still walk through the queue and enjoy it. So I'm going to show you a lot of little details. These look like a lot of little offices here where different members of the ministry would work. Dolores is on trial today, and we are here for her trial. They do mention Aurors a lot, which is what Harry Potter ends up becoming for his career, which is kind of like a wizard police in a sense. They help solve crimes and things like that. So this is the Aurors office, and you can see some familiar faces here. I believe this is Longbottom's parents. There's Mad Eye. And now when the tile starts to get purple pink, that's a little hint of where we are going. So you know we're going into Professor Dolores Umbridge's office. And this is Higgledy, her house elf.
The mess here is dreadful and Higgledy is arranging it as quickly as possible.
And we found another box set. So let's see what mystery pins are in this collection. Oh, Higgledy's on there, cute. If you got a chance to watch my merchandise haul, this is where I bought that journal for Umbridge. But they also have a cute little bow with the cat and then her wand. So her wand has this really pretty lace. Oh, it's gorgeous. And there's the unveiling, a nice little pink gem. Thank you so much. Found Newt here. Of course he's here. Levitating the feather. Wingardium Leviosa. You can't miss Helios Grand Hotel. It's kind of like the landmark for the park, and it's the first thing you see when you walk in. This is going to be a luxury hotel. It actually opened sooner than it was supposed to. It was supposed to open with the park, but now it's opening, I think, April 16th or April 17th, so very soon. And next week they're also starting annual pass holder and military previews, so a lot of people are going to start to see this park. So if you have any questions about your visit, definitely leave them below. And now that the sun is starting to set a little, we can see Helios back here all lit up. He looks stunning right in front of his resort. And finally, to round out our tour of Epic Universe, I am going to show you my favorite land, which is Dark Universe. And it's starting to slowly set on the sun, so I'm waiting for it to get dark and spooky. Oh, so good. Even better when it's getting dark. An experience that you can have here in Darkmoor is actually getting a monster makeover. You can do just the makeup or get a full makeover, which includes clothing. Here is a quick peek inside of what it looks like. So stunning, and someone is getting their makeup done. But I love the little touches here. There you can see the werewolf, and then we have, or wolfman, my bad, wolfman creature from the Black Lagoon, or Gillman. There's a little Frankenstein touch. Just so cool. I love the aesthetic in here. And here's kind of a preview of some of the makeup options. Dr. Septimus Pretorius. This is the first gift shop here in Dark Universe. I'm going to show you a little bit of the merchandise inside. Dr. Pretorius is kind of like a mad scientist, so we can see a lot of his little creatures and experiments all throughout the store. You just have to know where to look. And they have a portrait of Dr. Pretorius right here inside before you cash out. Here is the Dracula section, and you can actually get your own Dracula cape and flaunt around like a person of mystery. Ooh, I missed this section before. Some fancy jewelry in here. Oh, you can get a ring of Frankenstein. That's cool. And some teeth. Oh, these are awesome. This collection has been very popular. I've seen lots of people getting it. This is a dress. It's about $84, but there's also a shirt option with the same print. And you can also get the print in a backpack. I'm coming up on Das Steakhouse, which is one of the quick service locations here in Dark Universe. They've got this really fun little building shaped like a coffin. Love that. And this restaurant is, like I said, quick service. You can do what's called mobile ordering, where you order ahead on your phone and then they bring it right to your table, kind of like what we just did in the cafe. Here are some of the drink options and a look at the food options. I've been able to try the carved steak and the Forger salad. There it is. I really like the salad more than I like the steak, but there are all the options for you. Have a good night.
No promises that you'll make it back out.
Das Steakhouse is a dark restaurant with some different lighting effects, so if you are bothered with that, this might not be the place for you, but it is extra spooky and I love it. This restaurant is run by the Vampire's Familiars. Here you can see our favorite familiar, encased forever. The chandeliers and the seats in here are super impressive. Look at this bat. There are a lot of art murals throughout this restaurant. This is one of them, and they're kind of telling the story of the vampires going into hiding a little bit. Here is another one of the chandeliers. It has little bats and red lighting. It's super spooky and cool. A lot of us theme park nerds were sad when they closed the Monsters Cafe at Universal, but I think this more than makes up for that aesthetic. This is one of the longest pictures that they've got on the wall here. Kind of showing like a war scene. This one looks like it's Dracula's brides that are out. I like that one a lot. We are back into Dark Universe, and it's starting to get even darker. This is what I've been waiting for. Oh, I can see the Invisible Man is stalking about. One of the options you can get is a Christmas tree ornament of the Frankenstein Manor. There's a whole wall of collectible toys. And there's also some merchandise for the Burning Blade Tavern, which I haven't gotten into yet. I'm hoping I can see the Burning Blade actually lit up tonight, but this is one of the best bars here in Epcot. Some cool accessories are you can get the bolts so you can look exactly like Frankenstein's monster. And then they do have a little headband here where you can adjust the bat wings and make it fly however you want it to look like. Here are all of the pins and buttons and keychains. So many keychains. You can even get a model of what the ride vehicle looks like. Oh, here are some more of the jewelry that we saw in the other store. But now I can actually see it because it's a little lit up more here. So cool. And if you watched my merchandise haul vlog, I showed you some of my Dracula flask, but this one is also really cool for Frankenstein because it's got his little head on there. And these are little blind box toys that you can collect. You don't know which one you'll get, but here's a look at all of them. This is Monsters Unchained, the Frankenstein Experiment, the best ride at Epic. You have to do it when you come. Waiting for it to set on fire, but this is the Burning Blade Tavern. You can kind of take a look here. This is where my favorite snack is, but I'm full from dinner, unfortunately. But you can get the garlic steak pretzel. It looks like a little killing steak, not an actual food steak. But yeah, they have a lot of drink options. This is the bar here. I have tried a couple of the drinks, but honestly, the pretzel is my number one thing here. I can't get enough of it. There it is, Hunter's Garlic Steak. That's the pretzel, really good garlic dipping sauce. They also have burning cheddar bites, which are like basically jalapeno poppers, charred loaded potato, burning blade burger, and staked grilled chicken. All right, this is the Curse of the Werewolf. This is Milena, who is one of the characters that you see on this attraction towards the end of the ride. It does have a very fun entryway to the attraction. You can hear the spooky music playing. There's a merchandise cart that's right outside of the Curse of the Werewolf, and they do have some inspired jewelry and clothing here from the attraction. The Curse of the Werewolf is a spinning coaster. It didn't make me feel too dizzy when I went on can hear it going over me right now. But you do get really great views of Dark Universe from this attraction, and you get to see the Wolfman just a little bit on the ride. I wish I could have walked you through this attraction because it is so cool. It is feeling like you're walking through an old manor, and there are lots of nods to Frankenstein's monster, and of course Victoria Frankenstein, who is the main character of this attraction. I would compare it to Harry Potter and the Forbidden Journey as far as the ride vehicle is concerned, but it is like the first of its kind as far as the animatronics and everything that you see on the ride is. Wow. How cool.
Should all be gone by now.
I think everyone had the same idea as me, which was to see Dark Universe at night, but we did it. Even though we didn't get to go on any of attractions, I have gone on them, so I don't feel too sad about it. But I'm sorry I couldn't bring you through the monster queue because it is awesome. Look at Helios, looks so pretty all lit up. Can see some people watching stuff on TV. Maybe some people got to stay in it already. I'm a little jealous. Gorgeous views here. And Helios right there at the end. But everything is starting to come alive with all this color. I know they have several of these different lighting features all around the park. I wonder if they glow with the fireworks show. One of the restaurants here inside of Celestial Park is called Pizza Moon. I haven't eaten there yet because pizza is not really one of the first things that I want to try at Epic. There's so many food options. But I do want to show you inside because it's really pretty in there. It kind of reminds me of the Smashing Pumpkins. This looks so cool. I am a little curious of what Nintendo World looks like at night, so let's go see. This park is even better at night. We've got fun little toadstool stools throughout here. That's one good thing, is there's lots of seating options. And I didn't get to show you the entrance to Mario Kart Bowser's Challenge, so look at him. How cool. This ride is another one that has an amazing queue to go through. There are so many Easter eggs for different Mario and Nintendo games in general. So if you're a big Nintendo fan, of course you have to go on this attraction. Is the sweet shop open? Can I see more Captain Cacao? Oh, I hope so. But this is where Captain Cacao comes from. He gets all of these sweets throughout the galaxy and brings them here. Oh, and how cute. You can see him as soon as you walk in. He's so cute. He has a backpack. He has a cup. There's a bucket hat. There's so much of him. Oh, of course, traditional pretzels, cupcakes, marshmallows on a stick. And this is a merchandise exclusive to here because I have not seen this. This is fun. This is the pin that I got. And then they've got cups, shirts of this place, hats and bags. Thank you so much for watching my Epic Universe vlog. I hope you all enjoyed it. And again, if you have any questions about your future trip here, please leave them in the comments below. I'll see you next time on Lauren's Travels. Bye.